Morning, guys. How are you? Hey, Indigo. How's it going? Oh, I am fighting off a damn head cold. I don't get sick very often, but my niece has been sick all week. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? So, this is not at all what I'm used to. Going good. Aside from this congestion shit, I'm alright. I'm good. It's Thursday, right? We're one more day to the end of the week. Not that I want to wish these days away. I always say that, like, I'm so excited for Friday, but then I'm like, we're wishing our life away. That's why I'm trying to get the focus back on, like, let's just make our day great. Stop living for the weekend. It's Friday Eve, right? I will get better soon. I'll be good soon enough. I could probably sleep all day, but that's not gonna happen. I don't know if I'll do my live later or not. We'll see how I feel after. Just because, you know, it's a lot of energy spent. Anybody have any plans for the weekend? Planning on anything? I was supposed to, my daughter and I were supposed to meet someone to sell some candle making supplies, but they backed out. So, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I might do my sub stream this weekend. So anybody who is a sub will come in and we'll do, because when you subscribe to my channel, you get a free mini reading once a month right now. Storm in Florida, no plans. What part of Florida are you in? I mean, you don't have to tell me. I'm just curious. We'll give it some time before we get started on today's chapter. If you can, tap the screen, guys. Right, I swear. You knock over my ring light, we're gonna have problems. Sarasota, nice. Thank you for tapping. I appreciate you guys. Every little bit of interaction helps, gets us on the FYP. I'm sure there's more people who would love to be joining in on this who don't know. And it took me forever to come up with an idea of how to on the video for this morning. Yeah, it's the baby too. She's definitely getting into her more, what I call her crackhead stage. The older kitty, who is 7 months old, she's on the tail end of being in heat, so I gotta get her in to get fixed and schedule for the other one too. Oh, to be a responsible adult. I don't know where everybody is. Share to... On TikTok, quit messing with me. Of course, TikTok's not even gonna let me search. Welcome in, guys. For those who are just now coming in, my name is Marci. I am a mindset and manifestation mentor. And here on these lives, we talk about different mentors themselves. We are currently talking about You Are a Badass. I really like this book. I love the way that she writes. She explains this from a different point of view than most gurus in the manifestation world. She brings it to a level that most people can understand. So I highly recommend this book. What we do here is each and every day we go through a chapter. Sometimes two, depending on how big or small they are. And we openly discuss about, good morning, Andre, what we're reading, give ideas. You can ask questions. You can ask questions about your current situation. I am happy to help. I do offer one-on-one coaching. You can contact me for more information on that. My plan is to have like a scheduling thing up soon. So that way when you want to just book, you can just book. You don't have to contact me. It'll contact me. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you? How was your day with your babies? I bet. I'm so happy for you. It's a beautiful thing. I'm fighting off a head cold, so I apologize if I go like my voice shakes or whatever. It is the season. Plus, Ev's been sick all week, so it was only a matter of time. But nothing I can't handle. Alright. So today, we are in part 3 of the book. And it's called How to Tap into the Mother Lode. And on chapter 10, it's about meditation 101. Okay. You are never alone or helpless. The force that guides the stars guides you too. And that's from Sri Sri Anandamurti, an Indian philosopher, social revolutionary, author, composer. Meditation, otherwise known as sitting still and thinking about nothing, is one of those things that can be just as stupidly simple as it is surprisingly hard. It reminds me of those contests where a bunch of people stand around a brand new car or truck, and whoever leaves their hands on it the longest gets to take it home. The winner winds up on the front page of her local paper, victorious and sleepy, smiling behind the wheel of her newly won ride with a thumbs up for the camera. Tarrantown's very own Jill Bowender was the proud winner of the 2012 Chevy Standoff held in Green Bay, Wisconsin this past weekend. Jill beat out 68 other contestants from around the country by standing for 173 hours and 9 minutes in the Home Depot parking lot with her hands placed with unyielding determination on the hood of what would soon be her new Chevy Silverado. "I'm so excited I won," she said. "There was some stiff competition, some folks who I thought would never back down, but I really brought my A game." Dude, who can stand or just be out in the elements for 173 hours and 9 minutes with their hand on a vehicle? I would be so dehydrated because I would not want to be peeing in front of people. But then you would have to, right? Because you have to survive, you need water, all that good stuff. But, the heck? That's crazy. With meditation, the simplicity is equally misleading. That's all I have to connect. That's all I have to do to connect with source energy. Sit there and do nothing. It can't be that easy. Well, it is, and it's not. That's what I was thinking, not me, right? Which is why it's called a meditation practice. When you shut up and meditate for even 5 minutes and start to really notice the thoughts that are swirling around in your brain, it's rather illuminating. If you're like most people, the majority of your thoughts are about as valuable and interesting as a bunch of 2-year-olds fighting over a sippy cup. The goal is to quiet your mind of the chatter so you can connect to source energy and instead listening to your inner guidance. I'm going to give you the breakdown on how to meditate, but first I want to recommend that you start small and work your way up. Try meditating for 5 to 10 minutes each day at first and add on time as you get less squirmy. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. No set amount of time, no correct things to feel, no rules about how you have to sit or where you have to do it. All that matters is that you do it. If you want to massively improve your life, it's like drinking lots of water or exercising regularly or not bad-mouthing other people. You don't have to do it, and the temptation to blow it off is extremely large. But if you make a habit of it, not only will you start to crave it, but your entire life will change. Because when we meditate, we practice getting into the vortex and connecting to source energy. Which automatically brings us to the present moment, raises our frequency, opens up to receive unlimited information and ideas, relaxes us, relieves stress, strengthens our intuition and ability to focus, allows us to hear our inner voice more clearly, fills us with light and love, puts us in a good mood, helps us love ourselves. Meditating and being in the vortex is like riding the airstream of awesomeness. It says here are the extremely short and simple steps of different ways to meditate. Good morning, Jeep Girl. How are you? How you doing? Miss Rockstar with her promotion. Congratulations again. Or salary increase, I should say. I don't know if it was an actual promotion, but either way. Still incredible. Alright, so for basic meditation, sit in a comfortable cross-legged position on the floor or in a chair with your hands on your knees or in your lap. You're going to do a video today. I love it. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Sit up straight and relax your entire face, especially your jaw and your forehead. Close your eyes, or if it helps you focus and not fall asleep, keep them open and gaze softly at a spot on the ground a couple feet in front of you. Focus on your breathing. Notice it moving in and out of your body. You don't have to breathe in any special way, just focus on it. Gently release any thoughts that come into your brain and refocus on your breathing. Keep your mind as clear and empty as possible, and listen for intuitive hits that may or may not come through. Ta-da! That's it. Options and suggestions. So, before I move forward, I know there are some people in here who have done, like, their own kind of challenge, or, you know, they make sure that they get into a meditative state. If anybody wants to kind of keep each other accountable to just take 5 minutes to do a meditation, we can do that. We can somehow set up something if you're interested in something like that. Whether that's like we just do a little quick video, 15-second video, you know, showing that we were doing it, right? That we've done it. You know, check in each day, or if you want to, if you're in the community, we can do that as well. We can start a little meditation challenge, just starting with 5 minutes and then maybe adding a minute each week. Not jumping too far, and we can either do it just a morning meditation or we can do both morning and evening. Let me know if any of that sounds like something you're interested in, and we can do that. I mean, because Lord knows I could use some help keeping myself accountable doing that. That would be interestingly fun. Also, if you struggle with not thinking, remember, focusing on your breathing really helps. Yeah, I agree. I do like guided meditations. I'm not gonna lie, I like them because it gives me something to focus on, and it's funny because it's almost always at the perfect time to like, okay, if you get distracted, bring it back to your breath. I'm down for group morning meditation. That's awesome. I mean, and that's something that we can do within here before we get started too. If you guys want, we can always just take 5 minutes. We can do it at the end. We could do it at the beginning. We can set up some meditation music and we can just do it all together as a group. I know everybody kind of has, some people jump off before we end because they have to go to work. I can use medication. But we could do that too. We could always just take 5 minutes before we start, or 5 minutes at the end, or both. I have no problem doing both. So, let me know what you guys would like to see. If we do it here or we do it in a, outside of TikTok. And if you want to do it here, if you want to do it at the beginning of the stream or at the end of the stream. I know everybody kind of, or if you want me to have access to both. But either way, it's not going to hurt me. So, y'all let me know. Don't be scared. Meditation. It's too early and I was like, I thought you were just trying to make a joke there, Andre. But maybe you need some medication. I needed medication this morning because, as you can tell, my whole sinus cavity is clogged right now. So I feel it. Alright. So options and suggestions. Opening and closing with it might help more. I agree. Yeah, I might just do that. Just have that as an option. Have one at the beginning of the stream and one at the end. So those who need to kind of bounce out in the middle, it's fine. Alright, so set a timer. You've got enough distracting thoughts without checking the clock to see how long you've been at it every 30 seconds. Light a candle and focus on it. Something having a place to rest your eyes can help you get centered and have in the zone. Sit and face a candle that you place on the floor in front of you while you meditate and see if that works for you. I do not suggest doing that if you have wild, crazy cats or dogs. It's where the candle can be knocked over. So, imagine a bright beam of light shooting down from the sky, shining in through the top of your head, running through your entire body, out of your bottom and up to the sky again, so that it makes a complete circle. I have compression work socks that have meditate with the first T teed out and replaced with C. I love it. Alright. I sometimes find this easier to focus on the ever popular breath method. Plus it fills me up with energy and light and makes me feel more deeply connected to source energy. Nurse life. I love it. That's amazing. Use a mantra. Sometimes when the squirrels in my head are particularly active, I bring in a mantra to chase them out. I repeat a word or a phrase in my mind, like love or thank you or yes please or something that makes me feel good and is fairly neutral. But you can use a mantra like meatloaf, I guess, if that's your thing. Try and do it first thing in the morning so you're not distracted by whatever your day brings. You'll also be more connected just having just woken up from your sleeping. If there's something in your life that you're working on or through, you can set an intention, ask for help during your meditation practices. Meditating is about receiving information from the universe, setting intentions, and praying about sending information out to the universe. There are two ways you can do this. A, start with a question. Something like, how do I deal with my pain in the ass teenage son? And see what, if any, answers download while you meditate. Or B, meditate first, open up the channel, clear out the chatter, and then ask your question in a space of clarity and connection and see what, if anything, comes to you. Guided meditations. There are countless CDs and DVDs. You can tell this was written a while ago because, YouTube. There are countless CDs and DVDs that various hippies and guru types have made over the years to walk you through meditations. I suggest taking the guided route when you're first starting out if you're having trouble wrangling your mind into submission. They make great training wheels, and I still use them occasionally, especially if I want to focus on something specific. There are also guided meditation centers all over the place, and it's really nice once in a while to meditate in a group. You can really feed off the energy and get the discipline to sit there for an extended period of time. Do a search for meditation centers and ashrams in your area. Sometimes yoga studios hold guided meditations too. And then finally she says chanting. Chanting is also a great way to get into a meditative state. You can repeat a mantra over and over out loud on your own, or if you prefer to avoid getting busted and very possibly ridiculed, you can do it in a group by attending a curtain meditation class. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Curtain meditation involves call and response chanting of Sanskrit mantras or devotional songs, and you can attend classes at a yoga studio or meditation center. Also, check out Transcendental. My brain doesn't want to work. Transcendental meditation instruction, a form that involves repeating mantras and sitting twice a day for around 20 minutes at a time. I've had some pretty profound experiences while meditating. I've seen the walls melt around me, felt like I was levitating, and I've experienced such a state of euphoria that it almost hurt. I've also had extreme unprofound experience. I've fallen asleep, spent the entire time squirming and thinking about what to make for lunch, and have been totally in the zone, and then realized I was in the zone, and thought, awesome, I'm in the zone, thereby pulling myself out of the zone. Done that before. The important thing is that you keep showing up. Even if you're only in the zone for one collective minute out of the 30 minutes you've been sitting there, it will eventually start making a notable difference in your life. Hello, Megs. How are you, baby? I think meditation is even more essential now that we have all the technology at our fingertips, and distraction has become a way of life. While I truly believe that we, as a species, are becoming more and more conscious, I'm amazed by how, at the same time, our attention spans are rapidly shrinking. I was playing tennis the other day with someone who got a text, pulled out his phone, and checked it in the middle of a point. It's astonishing that we can still speak in full sentences. Aside from being one with the most powerful tools in our consciousness-raising toolbox, meditation is a much-needed respite from the madness and will help us from becoming a bunch of scatterbrained ding-dongs as we zoom around our brave and extremely exciting new world. So that is the chapter for today. It's only 8:30. I could go into the next chapter if you like. But this one again is the whole point of meditation. Um, kind of trying to just calm your mind and get connected to source. Doesn't always work. There are days where it's going to be easier than others. There's going to be days where it's just going to be nearly impossible. There are going to be days where you feel exhausted, and the moment you close your eyes, you're like, no, I'm good, I got this, and then you're out. I've fallen asleep during so many meditations, it's not even funny. But I figure, well, I must have needed the rest. That was Source's way of telling me, hey, have a nice nap. And I've done guided meditations where I've fallen asleep as well. And, like, I've woken up at the end by a noise or something. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's cool. And it was, like, something I was looking forward to as well. Same. I've had great travels that way, though. Yes. I agree. Good morning, Maddie. How are you? I just finished a chapter today. And it's all about meditation. And so we were discussing of introducing meditation into the live. I always knock out when I meditate, right? So, in doing one meditation, just taking 5 minutes. And that way we're keeping each other accountable and doing it together. 5 minutes in the beginning and 5 minutes at the end. So I know some people can be here at the beginning of the stream and some can't make it until towards the end of the stream. So I think, do you guys want to start the meditations tomorrow or do you want to start next week? Tomorrow's Friday. So I usually don't do these streams on the weekends. That's what I figure. It's it takes 5 minutes. We're here anyways. I can set a timer. I can put some good meditative music on, or I could even do a guided meditation for 5 minutes for us. Oh, it's Vet's Day too. That's true. Tomorrow is your vote. Okay. We can definitely do that tomorrow. Okay. All right. I love that for you guys. I love your excitement and determination, because otherwise I could see how we'd be like, yeah, we'll start next week and then not start. So I love that you guys are like, yeah, let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow's my vote. Thank you, Lindsay. Make sure you vote, guys. I don't know if usually isn't there like a emoji you can put in for the vote. I just sent 2K likes. My tapped out. Well, thank you, Jeep Girl. I appreciate that. I know. I will sit there during people's lives and I'm always like, I always 2-finger tap. And I'm like, how much did I even do? And like, I'm like 2.6K? What? You're off tomorrow too? Okay, cool. So tomorrow it is. That's awesome. Me last night. Yeah, I love showing love, so I'm always doing that in my friends' lives. If I'm in your live, I usually don't talk a whole lot, but I'm always tapping. Always. So if you guys ever have lives, let me make sure I'm following everybody here. I know I follow you. So, I don't know if you guys wanted to... Good morning, Christy. If you guys want to stop there, or if you want to go to the next chapter. The next chapter it's called Your Brain is Your Bitch. So, you guys let me know. All I need to be is off by 10 a.m. It's not really that super long. Depends on how you're feeling. Thanks. I'm okay. I can keep going. My medication is starting to kick in. I took some mucus relief, so yeah, I have gunk all through my head. My niece has been sick all week, so it was only a matter of time, but it's not bad. I'll just come home and nap. I might not do my evening stream tonight, but sitting here reading is not that big of a deal. He took the day off. Awesome. It is that time of year. I probably will chill later, Megs. I don't mind this. This live, this stream, I can handle. It's the evening stream where it wears me out so much when I'm doing readings and yes no questions. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't do the free yes no's on the morning. That's in my evening. Get an onion and set it by your bed. I don't have any onions on hand right now, or else I would have done that last night. Because I felt off yesterday. I couldn't figure out why. Like I almost like I was telling my friends, like I felt apathetic. Like I wasn't feeling anything. Like I felt like I was just stonewalling people because I'm just like, and I didn't feel bad. Like I didn't feel as if I were sick. It was odd. Because usually I can tell when I'm getting sick, but it's not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to talk about how your brain is your bitch. How about that? So we're on chapter 11 now. Alright, so she has this poem to start off. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is the mind, and evermore he takes. The tool of thought in shaping what he wills brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. Sounds like a plan. And that was from James Allen. How often do you stop and notice how genius our universe is? With all of its moving parts and mathematical perfection and chemical reactions and food chains and gravity and all the magnificent efficiency and complexity that makes it up. This display of astonishing brilliance didn't just splat down into beingness by random. Dumb luck, it was thought up. Nature is a smoothly running machine, created by universal intelligence. Yeah, everybody voted for tomorrow. I don't know how many people voted, but we got tomorrow. So we will start tomorrow. Nature is a smooth running machine created by a universal intelligence where nothing goes to waste. It all has a place and a purpose, and it all works together in its intricately interwoven and compatible way to create the flabbergasting isness of it all. In other words, source energy is a smarty pants. As British philosophical writer and self-help pioneer James Allen states in the quotes that open this chapter, mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. We are all the very thinking substances that was used to create us. Hello, how major is that? That is why positive thinking is all the rage and negative subconscious beliefs are so gnarly, and why meditation and learning to guide your thoughts and love yourself can change your life. Our thoughts are the most powerful tools we've got. I think, therefore I can create awesomeness. You've heard that. I think, therefore I am. Same thing. That's what this is about. If you can think it, you can become it. Or horrendous. I think, therefore I can create awesomeness. Or horrendousness, sorry. But the bottom line is, through our thoughts that we create our realities. And you guys know that I take this more of a step further. It's more than just your thoughts. Yes, but it's our imagination that is really what is key. But our thoughts point us where we are. They show us where we are. Our reactions show us where we are. So, although I agree with her, it's your imagination that is your powerful tool. It's also why buying into whatever illusions you're living in the present moment is selling yourself so short if it's anything less than what you truly desire. You've created the reality you now exist in with your thoughts, which means you can use the very same power of thought to change it. As Wallace Wattles, author of The Science of Getting Rich, so brilliantly states, excuse me, to think what you want to think is to think the truth, regardless of appearance. To think what you want to think is to think truth. Is that not the best news ever? It doesn't matter what your reality looks like at the moment, because where you desire to be is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And if you fixate your mind on this truth, believe that it is real and already here, and take decisive action, it will manifest itself. This is where most people dig in their heels and say something like, I'm sitting in my ghetto-ass kitchen eating tuna out of a can with a plastic spoon, and you're telling me this isn't the truth? You're saying that the truth is that I'm hanging poolside with the President of the United States of America? Well, if you truly desire to hang poolside with the President of the United States of America and are hell-bent in your mind and your actions to create it, it's the truth. Have you ever noticed how a bunch of people can go through the same course, let's say a class on how to start your own coaching business, and they all get excited, get the exact same information and tools, but some will come out of there and totally rock it, and others will fall flat on their faces? Even if they all have the same desire to succeed, create beautiful marketing materials, and do similar things, it's the ones with the proper mindsets who will succeed. The ones who kick ass are the ones who can see themselves kicking ass, who truly believe in themselves and what they're selling, who remind themselves how much they want to better people's lives with their coaching, who are excited to get compensated for selling it and have no limiting subconscious beliefs holding them back. The ones who feel weird or who worry that they're being pushy and annoying, or who subconsciously believe they don't deserve to or can't succeed, they're not going to do so good. Your thoughts and belief dictate your reality. So if you want to change your reality, you have to change your beliefs. The problem is that most people are real protective of their beliefs and are usually fairly crotchety. Should you suggest that perhaps there's another version of the truth? I'm bad at sales. I have terrible luck. I'm scared of flying. Marriages don't last. I have ugly feet. I'm broke. Are you calling me a liar? Do you see a hot boyfriend on my arm? No, you don't. You see a cat on my lap next to my needlepoint project because I stink at relationships. That's the truth, and it has always been the truth. And that will be your truth as long as you choose to think it. As long as you feed the beast, it shall live. You guys hear me say that all the time. Keep thinking that way. That's exactly what's going to happen. You've been thinking that way for so long that's why your marriage is falling apart. That's why you can't keep a boyfriend or you can't keep a job because you sit there and say, I'm lazy. I don't want to work. I can't find the right job. When we get into that Eeyore mentality, right? Oh, nothing ever goes right for me. I try so hard and I just keep failing. Because you're telling that story over and over and over again to yourself that you have no choice but to believe it. So we need to make sure that what we're saying and what we're expressing is what we truly want. The moment you have the audacity to start believing in the not yet seen, your reality will begin to shift. The following is hugely important, so please pay very close attention. You have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. Our big mistake is that we do it the other way around. We demand to see the evidence before we believe it to be true, right? You hear it all the time. I'll believe it when I see it. You'll see it when you believe it. Same words, just switched around a little bit. But it's true. You'll see it when you believe it. If you keep holding on to that I'll believe it when I see it mentality, you won't see it. Remember, everything you desire is right here, right now. You just have to shift your perception in order to see it to made manifest. To see it made manifest, sorry. Okay, fine. I believe that I'm hanging poolside with the President of the United States of America. Now what? Do I just call? Or show up at the White House in my flip-flops with my towel around my neck? When you take a leap and believe in the not yet seen, you aren't supposed to know how to make it happen. Because if you knew how, you probably would have done it already. This is about radically changing your reality. So the way to go about it is also most likely outside of your present awareness, right? And we do this. We don't control the hows. We can't control the hows. If we try to control the hows, we're trying to control the whole situation. We can't, right? There's times where you're going to be like, I don't know what to do. Sometimes you do nothing, and sometimes you do something, right? That's where the guidance comes in. That's where the meditation comes in. When you can truly see your end goal, when you can imagine a scene and you feel it real, right? Of what implies that you have what you desire, the ideas will come through of what you're supposed to do. Your nudges will come through. Your job isn't to know the how. It's to know the what and to be open to discovering and receiving the how. Keep your thoughts directed at your goal. Keep your thoughts directed at your goal. Do everything that you do know how to do to make it happen. Decide with unwavering determination that it will happen. And be on the lookout for the opportunity. I had a client who went to Tuscany and looked at a house that was for sale while she was there. I love this part. At the time, she was a bartender and a poet and could barely scrape together the money to buy a plane ticket to Italy, let alone buy a Tuscan villa. But she checked it out anyways and completely fell in love with the place. While she instantly knew in her soul that it was her house, she also knew that her bank account had tumbleweeds blowing through it. But she asked the owners to take it off the market anyways because she was going to figure out a way to buy it. So she flies home in a stupor, thinking that perhaps she has gone completely insane, but she sticks to her guns and starts asking around for ideas. She's almost immediately buried beneath a pile of warnings from everyone around her. It's a huge responsibility, not to mention all the complications that come with being in another country. And last time I checked, you don't speak Italian, nor are you a citizen, nor do you have a single thing about home ownership. And considering you can't even afford to get your teeth cleaned, how are you planning on paying a mortgage and yada yada yada? Yet she keeps on going. Because in spite of all the evidence otherwise, she believes this is her house. This is her truth. Right? It doesn't matter what people say. People are going to try to talk you out of it. They always will, because that's their fear. That's their disbelief. That's their issues. We can't listen to the negativity, right? If we know in our gut that this is our truth, we have to own it. We can't have people distracting us from it. Finally, someone mentions the idea of pre-renting blocks of time in the house to raise the money to buy it. People could pay for their time a year in advance. She would just need to sell enough blocks of time to pay for the house. And voila. Cut to her discovering this sort of thing is illegal. Going back to the drawing board. Trying a million other things. Discovering that it's actually not illegal. Then pre-selling enough rental slots and borrowing some money to make a very long and ups and downsy story short, she owned the villa for several years and is thinking about buying another. You've got to get a handle on your thoughts if you want to change your life. As Albert Einstein so aptly noted, the world as we've created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Here are some tried and true ways to change your brain. Who's driving the bus? Tried and true ways to show your brain who's driving the bus. I'm sorry, guys. Ask and it is given. Get quiet, get in the zone, and get in touch with source energy. Clear out the chatter in your brain and create a clean, uncluttered space to impress the thoughts of what you want into the giant thinking substance that is source energy. Ask for what you want, send out a nice clear message in a nice clear space, and begin the manifestation process. Act as if. If you want something badly, even if you do not have any evidence that it is possible for you to attain, believe it is anyways. Fake it until you make it. Do it in spite of yourself. Act as if. If you have an intense, undying desire to hang poolside with the President of the United States of America, think about the things that a person hanging poolside with the leader of the free world would do. Go pick out the bathing suit you're going to wear. Think of what you're going to talk about. Get your photos of your trip to the Grand Canyon together to show the Commander-in-Chief. Get ready for the event. Tell yourself it's happening. Act like it's happening. Put yourself in situations where you'll meet people who can make this happen. Stay wide open to opportunities that can lead you to your goal. Live, eat, sleep, and breathe your vision. You may feel like a crazy person, but you won't when you're playing Marco Polo with Prez. Upgrade your environment. If you aspire to have more up-leveled and inspiring lifestyle than you presently have, and you're actively visualizing this for yourself, it's going to be quite a struggle to keep your thoughts large and in charge. If every time you pull up to your rickety-ass home, you hear the Sanford & Sons theme song start up in your head. So even though you're going to be thinking and imagining the change before it happens, do what you can to make some upgrades to where you are now. Give the place a paint job and clean it up. Get new furniture or fix up what you already have. Throw out the clutter. Let some air in. Hang inspiring art on the walls. This will not only help to keep your frequency high, but it will alert the universe that you're not screwing around, that you're doing everything you can and are waiting further instructions on the how. I like that. Especially when it comes... I see this a lot with many different writers and influencers. Well, not like social influencers, but like gurus. They always say, make sure you clear the clutter. Because if you have a lot of clutter and your house is like jam-packed with stuff, you're a hoarder, that type of situation, you have no space. The universe is going to be like, we're not giving you anything. You're not even taking care of what you have. Right? So make sure you're not holding on to things that no longer serve you. Get rid of them. Give them away. Have a yard sale. Whatever. If you have a yard sale, if you have that patience, you're making some extra cash too. So, or sell it on Marketplace or sell it on eBay or wherever. It's always a good idea. It's a good way to make some quick cash, especially if you have some nice stuff that you're not using. All right, number 4, make a vision board. Our minds think in images. If someone says a horse wearing red lipstick, You instantly create a picture in your mind of a horse wearing red lipstick. Feeding your mind full of images of the things and experiences that you want to manifest. Your dream house with the infinity pool in Mexico. Rolling around on the beach with your red hot lover. Volunteering to help little kids learn how to read at your local library. Laughing your face off surrounded by dear friends. It's hugely powerful because your mind sends the image out to source energy, which begins the process of pulling it in. Cut out pictures of places, people, things, and experiences that you want in your life. Paste them on a board and hang it somewhere where you'll see it all day long. I've seen people have completely insane results with this. They've manifested down to the tiniest detail, the exact home or the piece of furniture or the place of employment that they put on their board. It's freaky deaky and super easy. It's like having a craft day with God. Give it a shot. So, my mentor was totally against vision boards. And I understand. Because to him, he's like, you're just wasting precious time. You can imagine all this in your head. That's all you really need to do. My mentor was not very hands-on, or he wanted fast results. He wanted fast results, and he's good at what he does. He has this down. All right. But there is nothing wrong with creating a vision board. There is nothing wrong with using a candle to help you manifest. There's nothing wrong with it. Because if you can look at it each day, it's a reminder. Now, if looking at it each day is a reminder that you don't have it, toss it. Toss it. But if you can look at it and say, oh, that's mine. I've heard this too. Yeah. So you have to look at it, with an open mind. Hello, hello. So, if looking at this vision board is reminding you that it's not here yet, or that you don't have it, or that it keeps it at some day versus you already have it, don't use it. It's not the tool for you. Okay? But it can be very helpful. I've seen other people use vision boards, and it's incredible for them. They're very visual people. Some people want to hear it. Some people are better audio, right? They want to hear someone tell them, congratulations on that new home. Or, wow, this is a lovely home here. You decorated it so nice. Or, this car suits you, right? Whatever it is. There's 4 ways, basically, that a lot of people manifest. All right. But I talk about this in the same instance of you can use your psychic or your clair abilities to manifest as well, right? Some people have clear seeing, so they need to imagine and see a scene, or they need to imagine and see what it is that they want. They see it, right? Where others may hear it with their clairaudience. Okay, so they need to hear a conversation, or they need to hear like the turn of the handle of their door, right, going into their new home. Then we have clear feeling, clairsentience. People need to touch it. They need to feel it and have it in their possession. They can feel the textures, right? And then we have clear smelling, clairalience. Some people use the smell or taste. I forget what clair tasting is, but there's many different ways that you can manifest, but they call them the gates in manifesting, the north, south, and east gates. And I can't remember which is which, but it's always the seeing, the hearing, the touching, and the smelling. So, but to me, you can use tasting. You can, there's so many different clairs that you can use, and it's the same thing. There's a clear knowing, And that to me is just your intuition. And you can use that and just, it's in your gut already that it's done. That's just manifestation to me. That's what clear cognizance is. It is just manifestation overall. It's that instant knowing, right? And understanding and knowing that it's yours already. All right. Surround yourself with people who think the way you want to think. We were talking about this yesterday too. When you hang out with whiners, pessimists, tweakers, bleakers, freaker outers, and life is so unfairers, it's an uphill climb to keep yourself in a positive headspace. Stay away from people with tiny minds and tiny thoughts and start hanging out with people who see limitless possibility as the reality. Surround yourself with people who act on their big ideas, who take action on making positive change in the world, and who see nothing as out of their reach. Make a conscious choice to do this. And if you don't know anyone who's got a big fat mind, go out and make some new friends. If you stop at there's no one like that around here, that will be your truth, and it will set the wimpy tone for how you go about trying to manifest everything else in your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Get out there and find some people who make you feel like you can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Be clear on whom you want to meet and make a concerted effort to go meet them. Demand on the universe to connect you with them. Think of places where they might hang out or things they would do and insert yourself there. Being around inspired, visionary, enthusiastic people who are living their truth is one of the fastest ways to massively transform your life. And then finally, love yourself, unless you have a better idea. So, that is the completion of our chapters today. We did two. Again, we want to work on the meditation. We will start tomorrow with the meditation in here. But if you guys can even just take, 3 to 5 minutes today. Sorry, my nose is starting to drain. And just sit with yourself, right? Just sit there. Don't have this great expectation right now to connect with source. Like, imagine that it happens, but don't feel pressured to get there. Just sit there and see what happens. Set your timer for 5 minutes. See what goes on in your head. See what goes on in your body, right? Start to learn your energy. That's number one when it comes to meditation. You need to learn your energy before you can recognize somebody else's or something else's, right? So you might find that you can connect beyond the veil to different spirits or different, spirit guides. You could be talking to past loved ones, or you could be talking to your guides. Hi, Jen. I'm good. I just have a cold going on. So, but start there. Start with 3 to 5 minutes and just, notice where your mind goes, right? And then bring it back by focusing on that breath. Oh, thanks, Jenny. I appreciate you. I will. I need a day to just sleep, I think. You're welcome. And then, if you want to create a vision board, create a vision board. You can create one online that you can make your wallpaper too. But I think, because you're looking at your phone half the time anyways, but it is good if you're going to do a vision board, go ahead and make one for your home that you see every day, right? Maybe, put it by your desk where you work. I don't create vision boards, and it's not because I think they're stupid or anything, but it's time. It's time consuming, and I just don't. Plus, I sit there and think, well, then I need to go get magazines, and I need to go do this, and I need to go do that. And I'm like, By the time I get everything together that I want, or try to find a picture that I want, no. So either do it on, I would either do it online and put it as my wallpaper or print it out. Um, and then, or just, you know, write it, even writing it down. Writing it down works for me when I first started this. Everything on my list when I first started manifesting came to fruition. And like I've said before, even including a $250,000, win. I have a command center I should really start using again. If I'm honest, it helps keep the calm in the chaos. Yes, absolutely. If you have that accessible to you, you should, I mean, even if it's just, every once in a while, kind of get back in the groove of everything. So, but again, notice where your thoughts go. Notice where you're putting all your energy. Are you making excuses when you say you want something? It's not uncommon. It could be like, I want a new car. Okay, well, my credit's crap right now and I have no money. How's that going to happen? I don't know. All I know is I have a new car. I did a wallpaper one with money on a stove. I just wound up buying a new stove like the photo. Oh, I love it. Well, you manifested that stove. Just a whiteboard we write down on, and I miss writing more affirmations. Yeah, that's always a good thing to do. Change it up. What's your focus today? What's the affirmation you want to focus on? You can write it down. I definitely connect to writing. I always have. So like when I've needed to cram for a test, I would just write the whole fucking chapter, and that's what got in my brain. And yeah, I do have a bit of a photographic memory. I can see and remember things about chapters, like exactly where things were, right? But when I wrote things down, when I rewrote things, it sunk into my consciousness and my subconscious. So writing might be your thing, right? It might be hearing it, right? So freaking make yourself a thing, saying things in the present moment. Like, your new car is really fucking awesome. I will not died while running. Wait, did something die, or you're saying I will not die while running with Felicity this morning? Wait, what? Forgive me, my brain is not working like it usually does. I can usually decipher what Lindsay's trying to say. We're that connected sometimes. But notice where you're stronger at. Is it seeing? Is it feeling? Is it touching? Is it smelling or tasting? And play with all four of those today. I really want you to. I want you to imagine and use your vision. All right? So if you're trying to manifest a new car, or if you are, I won't die. This is my morning mantra. I got you. Okay, cool. So, if you are manifesting a new car, sorry, what does it look like? Can you see your hands on the wheel, right? I want you to imagine seeing your hands on the wheel. You sound like I do. Oh my gosh, I haven't been like this in forever. But I babysit my niece and she's been sick all week, so it was only a matter of time, and it's not that bad. I just sound horrible, and my nose wants to like drip. I took some mucus relief, and I think it's starting to really kick in now. But anyways, so focus on that. Take some time. Imagine what it implies that you have what you want, right? I don't want you to be imagining yourself at the dealership, finding that new car. I want you driving that new car, right, and pulling into your home. Right? Wherever you would park it. So work on that. Work on hearing, right? Congratulatory conversations. right? What implies that you got the car? Someone say, "Oh my gosh, your new car looks amazing. Can we go for a ride?" Right? Hear it. Hear your best friend say that. Hear, your kids say that. Hear your husband say, "Yeah, this is definitely you. You're never going to let me drive it, are you?" Or whatever. Okay? So that's hearing. Feeling. Can you feel the touch, right? Do you have leather? Is it leather? Can you feel the leather in the car? Can you feel your hands on the wheel? Can you feel the wheel? Right? Work on that type of thing. Touch, all right? And then smelling. That new car smell. Can you smell that new car smell? Um, or maybe you want pizza for lunch. Can you smell the pizza? There's a favorite spot. There's a favorite pizza joint everybody has. Can you taste it? Can you smell it? Right? Um, or whatever. But I want you guys to focus on that today. I want you to work with your seeing, your hearing, your smelling, your feeling. And tasting if you want to, because you can taste your lunch, you can taste your dinner. I think we're having pizza tonight just because I don't want to do anything. So that's why I said pizza. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions or want help with anything? Like, if you have something you maybe want to tweak to make sure you're manifesting correctly. Although there is no incorrectly, you manifest correctly all the time. You've been doing it your whole life. Thank you, Lindsay. It's so, I just had a huge thing of drainage in the back of my throat. It was nasty. I'm sorry. I'm like, ugh. I appreciate it. I will take it. Like I said, the mucus relief is starting to break it up a little bit, so I'll be alright. Like I said, I might take tonight off of my evening stream, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel later. I'll probably take another nap before. I've been napping like crazy. Well, I think I've followed pretty much everyone who's been in here that has been, um, yeah, that has been joining us. So if anybody has questions, if you're not already in the Facebook group or the Discord, which again, the Discord, I just growing, but if you have Discord, join us there too. But if you have questions or need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help in any way I can. If nobody has any questions, I'm gonna hop off and just kind of relax a little bit before I have to get ready for my day. I need the stove. It's all good. Well, the one thing I will say, Indigo, that a lot of people forget, money is just a means. That's why when people are like, I want to win the lottery. For what? What do you want? Because that's just a middle. So the money would have served to buy the stove, right? So you ended up needing the stove, you manifested the stove, right? So it's always a good thing to kind of ask yourself, okay, why do I want to manifest money? Well, I want to manifest that I pay all my bills this month, right? And we want to kind of work away from that. We just want to know that we are provided for. We don't worry about bills. Maybe we want to switch it up and see us pay our bills a year ahead, right? That's how good off we are. That's how better off we are. I'll try to join you on the other groups. Okay, sounds good. Um, but so, money is just a means. It's a middle. And when we mess with middle, sometimes it gets murky. Um, what do we really want? Do we want that feeling of financial security, creating wealth, constant, like we're a wealth creator, so we create wealth each and every day, more so than the day before? Hello, Rowena. So those are just different things to kind of think of too. Um, I've been known to manifest money just because, just for fun, just to say I did it, right? But it's more important for me to feel financially secure, to have that knowing, right? Of when I go to the store, I can swipe my card without worry of declination. um, how does that feel, right? I can feel myself swipe the card and just go on with my day. Instead of saying, "Oh, is it gonna decline me? Do I have enough in there?" Just found it funny. No, I love it though. I love that because a lot of people would be like, "The picture was for the money." No, you manifested that picture. I love it though. I love that story. That's amazing. And it happens more than people understand. I hate that feeling, right? We want to get rid of that feeling. We want to get rid of that suspense of is it gonna accept or is it gonna decline, right? We want to just know that it accepts it. We know there's plenty of money in there. We don't have to worry. We don't even have to look because we know it's there. We can start loading up our grocery cart, right? We don't have to sit there and say, "Oh, do I have to put all this back now?" No, no, you have plenty. You have plenty, right? One of my fun manifestations is I want to go to one of those car places where you use your credit card to buy a car, right? You don't even need a salesperson. You just swipe your card and the card comes down like a freaking vending machine. I'm playing with that. That's how wealthy I am. I can swipe a freaking credit card and get a car vended to me without having to deal with a person. I hate salespeople. I don't hate them. Carvana, yeah. Sorry, I live in the sticks. I've seen them as traveling, across the United States. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to swipe my card and give me my car. I don't want, I don't want to deal with people. Just give me my card. That's like, that's just a fun one. You're like, yes, I did it. I did it. I mean, I need a new car anyways, so I want to do that. I want to do. I'm doing it. I'm manifesting it. It's manifested. I already got it. I already did it. So, yeah, I wanna. I wanna do that. Mm. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. Just for fun. Just so I can say I did it. To prove just how powerful I am. You guys can do it too. And I know it'll happen. Because I know I'll share it with you guys. And I'll be ecstatic about it. I'll be like, I did it. That whole TikTok sound. Don't do it, girl. Girl, don't do it. I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. And I'm going to go swipe. I did it. As I drive away in my new car. Alright, guys. I'm going to go lay down for a little bit before I have to get ready. Doing things for fun tend to happen the easiest. Yes. Yes, they do. That's why you're supposed to make this fun. Don't stress out about manifestations that you want. The more you get serious, my mentor used to say, it just makes you constipated and blocks your blessings. So, have fun with it, enjoy it. Don't make it too serious because you're just putting too much pressure on you. So, have fun with it. Constantly be playing. He would say put more buns in the oven. right? Keep putting more fun things to manifest. So the easiest things to manifest is the fun things and the fearful things, right? A lot of people are like, why can I manifest all this bad stuff? Because you believe the fear. So enjoy, make it fun, make it light and fun, right? Have fun with it. Don't make it so serious. You know, we get so lost in the serious, like, we need it, right? We need it, and then we're like, "Urgh," and then we just block our blessings because we need it so bad. So we don't want to do that. We want to have fun. We want to enjoy it. We want to, have fun and laugh and giggle. So, all right, guys, that's it for me today. If you guys want to book a one-on-one with me, get a hold of me. We can set up a time. We can do one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in a tarot reading, I have those available as well. I have private readings available. And yeah, so I may be back later. I'm not making, I'm not promising at this point because I might just sleep through the night. Come home, eat dinner, and go to bed. So, all right, guys, I love you. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks, Lindsay. I love you.